It's just one of these crazy things where if I had listened to her and I didn't do things that made me attractive to other women, I wouldn't be attractive to her. And it's hard for her to grasp that. Women aren't going to feel sorry for you. It's just going to get harder. The feel sorry for you part is something I really think men need to understand. It's like, you're not going to pity yourself your way into vagina ever. Like, it's one of these things where things are going bad for you, and then so you share it on social media. My favorite example is this: the guy who admits he's been cheated on 3 times by women. I'll have girls on the panel. I'll be like, this guy's been cheated on 3 times by a woman. What do you think about his ability? And like, I'll ask you, Lana, a guy's been cheated on 3 times by his last 3 girlfriends. Do you imagine he's good in bed or bad in bed? You're smiling. What do you imagine?
Terrible.
Do you imagine he has a huge penis or a micro penis? What do you think?
A shrimp.
Okay, so you understand, when dudes are going out there, you know what they're doing? They're snitching on themselves. When they're sitting there being hyper emotional and asking for pity because of their situation, you're just making it worse on yourself. Women do not feel sorry for you.
What about for women though?
Huh? What do you mean?
Like, what if like a woman was constantly cheated on? Do we tell on ourselves?
No, it's so funny. Well, I've done several shows on this. When women get cheated on, they don't lose any status. When men get cheated on, it's in some Gucci flip-flops. It's nothing. They have just been dunked on. It is like, there's one reason why we watch best dunk videos on NBA.com is because we're watching dudes get humiliated. That's why we're watching. It's the same thing here. When men, like, dude, I've seen dudes lose their business, lose clients. Fucking girls don't think they're attractive because of the fact that they get cheated on. But women, when they get cheated on, it's just a line to the left of dudes in their DMs like, I'm ready, let's go. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing is, for me as a fucking dude, if I'm like, you've been cheated on, which means you stayed loyal to a motherfucker who was cheating on you, yes, you're even higher status to me if you're a woman. You're even higher status. Fit, what do you think about that?
Man, that's 100% true. I think it's the pity, man. It's the wanting the pity. I tell guys this all the time. Women will prefer you to be unreasonably confident, delusionally confident than unconfident. You would do better with women being a psychopath with confidence than unconfident. Because at least if you're extremely confident, she's curious. She's wondering why. What is it about this motherfucker that make him so confident, so sure about himself? You the motherfucker that's crying. And this is the thing. Women will encourage it. Yes. They will tell you, share your feelings. Yes. Tell me this. And then pussy be drying them up. The same thing you're telling him to do, you are turned off by. That's why guys need to have objective. They need to look, they need to be intelligent enough to understand what will work and won't work women. Yes, bro, she wants you to share your feelings with her. Yes, bro, she wants you to be emotional. But that same thing will turn her off because she's hardwired to like strength. She wants a man that has it figured out. She wants to be the waves and you the rock. She wants you to be the certainty in her life, not you be the bitch and you crying and complaining. You just turn a girl up. You scare the girl. Knowing anything about women and how much they like strength, how much they like leadership, ambition in a man. Why in the fucking world would you think being emotional and a crybaby is going to get you some ass?
Yeah.
It never fucking will.
It's so funny. It's one of these things where you do what they ask you and then they punish you for it. It goes back, Rollo talks about dread. I'll give you a great example. You know, I love my girlfriend. She's great. We've been together for a year. But when we met, I was hosting a bikini competition. There were 75 girls there. And then I bring up the concept of pre-selection and she goes, yeah, I hate it when a guy's around a lot of girls. And then all the dudes are looking at her like, your boyfriend met you while he was hosting a bikini competition with 75 women. And not only that, it was 3 girls at the competition who introduced me to her. And she's like, yeah, it's not something I really like. And it took her like maybe 6 months or a year for her to be like, okay, that thing makes me stressed out because, but you're right, I am attracted to it. And it's like, sometimes you'll see, generally, my girlfriend's 21. So generally you'll see this, like a woman later on in life will come to these realizations of like the fact that she is attracted to toxic traits. A lot of times younger girls don't see it, but it's just one of these crazy things where if I had listened to her and I didn't do things that made me attractive to other women, I wouldn't be attractive to her. And it's hard for her to grasp that because there's two competing things going on her attraction towards me and her comfort in the relationship. If there's a ton of comfort in the relationship and I don't do things to make her attracted to me, then I do everything she says and then she punishes for me and then punishes me for it. And that's where we get the 80% of divorces initiated by women and a 56% divorce rate. If I do things that are all attraction and I don't do any comfort, a lot of times girls will be like, yeah, I can't deal with this anymore. You're just too many women. This is too and they'll leave, but they're less likely to leave. If you can find some kind of balance here, that works out great. I do wonderful things for my girlfriend because she I come home my apartment clean, she makes me food and occasionally brings women home. Like, whatever you want, honey, I'll do it. You mentioned this before. You don't take girls to nice dinners on the first date. I will take my girlfriend anywhere she wants.
No, but that's just the first date. I got a main chick too. I'll take
exactly
her all over. If it's a girl that I with, I don't believe in being cheap. I think that's one thing a lot of guys confuse with the red pill. I don't think that the last thing you want to do is be boring. So if you have a girl that you've decided that you actually like, hell fucking no, you can't take her to the damn Starbucks. You gotta spoil a chick. And I believe that wholeheartedly. Once she has proven that she's into me, I don't mind giving the girl the world. Because I know that's a status symbol for her. No girl wants to be with a fucking dude that sits on the couch and doesn't do shit. She wants to be with the fun guy, the guy that's gonna give her experiences because he makes her look better to other women. And that's what guys don't get about girls. Women have more competition with each other. They want to look better amongst other women more so than anything else. So you have to be the person that makes her get that status. She brags on the fact that she's with a dude that can take her all over the world, that can give her these nice experiences. So yeah, man, take your girl to the nicest dinner. Yeah. Maybe not the first time you meet a girl, but if it's your girl, yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing I love is that I'm the first guy who's ever going to take Kylie to Paris. I'm the first guy ever going to take her to Rome. It's not one thing we don't like, ladies, is when you've gone to Ibiza, we land on the plane and you tell us, I fucking hate this club because the bouncer here was mean to me, but let's go here because the managers are like, all the restaurants in Ibiza, every fucking place to go. In Saint-Tropez, I'm like, that is not attractive to us. We can hire a tour guide for that. We don't need to know that our girlfriend can get into every single nightclub in Miami.
Yeah. And the thing is, it goes back to men feeling incentive to provide.
Yeah.
A man does not feel any incentive if he feels like the experiences that he would like to share with you, you've already experienced that with other men. And especially if you've experienced that with other men and you didn't get loyalty from other men. You didn't get that man to take you seriously. So, okay, you've experienced all these things that I would like to share with you, but you got no dude to take you seriously? I'm out. Like you said, bro, men, we hate these social bitches. You've been everywhere, done everything. Hey, hell no. The men do not like that because it just tells us guy. Yeah. Whenever a girl says, I've been here, all we think about is guy. The places you name, we think guy.
When we see the picture on the yacht, we can just see the fat dude who chartered the yacht. We can see his fatness and his sweatiness. We can just see it in our mind. And then when you see the guy, he looks exactly like what you thought he did. Really? You bought those tickets to Dubai on your own. That's incredible that you did that. I don't know if that's true. I think that might not be true. That's a really great one. And the other one is working for your attention. This is another great thing. I think pickup artists got this wrong. A lot of pickup artists and a lot of the Mode Zero guys also felt this way too, which was the concept of women sleep with you because of your intent. And I just don't agree with that. I think women sleep with you because of your status. One of the things that you can do is when men give their intent and their attraction to women because she has boobs and a butt, then that means their intent is, like we said with women's attention, a man's intent is worthless. It's worthless because you gave it away for nothing but physical attractiveness. I love what you said before. You don't compliment her on her physical attractiveness. You would compliment her on something that she would do, and then she would earn your intent and then earn your attraction. Again, if you guys are heavy into pickup, you need to listen to this. It's very important. Just because you go up and show a girl that you want to put your in her, that doesn't make her want to sleep with you. And if she does, you're fucking a girl with a 600 body count. That's what you're getting. And if you pick a girl up and spin her in the club and she fucks you, she was going to fuck you anyway, and she was going to fuck someone else if you weren't there.
And that's the thing. I'm glad you just said that. It doesn't make you any special, bro. The thing is that men don't understand, guys don't understand about girls is women, for the most part, like the escalation and the seduction.
Yes.
So when you take that away from them, when you don't make them chase, because it's mysterious, right? Does he really like me? Is he really into me? Why doesn't he like me? You don't give them the chase. If you go up to a fucking girl and tell you just want to fuck, well, no fucking shit. She knew you wanted to fuck. Women, I don't think there's anyone on the planet that a guy goes up to that the woman doesn't know he wants to sleep with her.
Yeah.
Women already fucking know. They already know you want to stick your dick in them. Don't rob them of the pleasure of at least jumping through some hoops to validate that, to verify that you actually want to sleep with them. So yes, I can introduce myself to a girl. I can ask her out, But hey, I got to figure out if I want to fuck you. And that's what will make girls want to fuck me even more. Not telling the fucking girl, hey, I want to sleep with you. She already kind of knows, but now you're telling her, and it's nothing, bro. This is nothing that guys don't understand when they make this mistake. When you be that direct, right, instead of making the women earn it, you're telling the woman that you need to make this clear because you don't know other ways to get her.
Yeah.
So if you are so well versed with your skills with women, I don't have to tell a girl that we must fuck.
Yeah.
I know I have enough confidence in myself that if she just makes herself available in my presence, I can get it done.
Yeah.
I don't need to make it blatantly clear. We must have sex.
Yeah.
You telling the girl you don't have no game.
Yeah, this is one of the things where I get a lot of pushback because I totally agree with you. It's one of these things where she has to work for my affection. That's the way it should work. And when she does so, it goes back to the other thing. You don't want a bunch of other girls around, then you need to do enough for me that the other girls, I don't have time for them to come around. And the third thing is a different point. The greatest way to get over a porn addiction is to have a hot 21-year-old girlfriend that wants sex 3 times a day. No more porn addiction. Maybe I have a porn addiction, Fit. I don't know. I couldn't tell you if I have one. You know?
That's 100% true. A lot of guys, that desire, man, that you can get from a real woman is unmatched, bro.
Yeah.
There's no fucking porn scene. None of that shit. It's all just cheap. Like, this is something that I've noticed that's crazy. When I used to watch porn, I would get super tired. If I'm fucking a girl, if I'm fucking a hot girl, I'm not fucking drained and tired and unambitious afterwards. As a matter of fact, I feel even more invigorated. If you fuck a really beautiful girl, there's no way you can tell me that afterwards you didn't feel excited or accomplished of what you did. Never will you ever feel that with watching porn. Never.
Yeah.
You will always feel worse.
Yeah, you get the adrenaline rush, but no muscular movement. So that's the reason why, except your arm.
Yeah.
You don't get any like real muscular movement. So that's the reason why that happens. Same things. If you guys see guys who play video games for a long time and they get that adrenaline headache, they get renal failure, they start getting adrenaline fatigue. That's where that comes from.